Well, first I thought it was going to be as simple as using a 10 millimeter and a 14 millimeter, and then I could remove that restriction jet here, but it seems to be glued in or something, and I'm just stripping it by pulling on it. So I'm going to have to drill like we did in Palestine when we were there, and Imad Atrash had the same problem with a stove. I had told him he could just remove the restriction jet and it wouldn't come out, and so I went over there and yeah, just have to drill that thing out with the largest drill. And the one here, this is 1/4, so use the 1/4 bit. We'll drill it out, and that's what you want to drill out, like that. So actually the wider that you drill it, the better, and so I've continued drilling down until I get that wide bore there. And you can see now how it did actually shear off the restriction nozzle eventually. It just snapped off when I went that deep in. But that's much better, just like that. Now the gas will pass freely. It's ready for biogas. So the grill itself is a little more challenging because you just got to move this. So there's just 2 screws here and here that you take out, and then you can remove that. Now when you remove this, that's what you see, and there's the restriction jets for the grill that goes in here. And when you actually put it back, you have to cover these holes up, because otherwise there's too much air and the biogas won't burn. These holes are for creating a venturi that aerates propane, but biogas does not need that. Biogas will light when it encounters the air up here, or in this case when it encounters the air up here. So you've got to make sure that those venturis like that are covered up with aluminum foil. I guess, yeah, that works, aluminum foil. So we've got to get these off. We're going to see if do we need to drill these, or can we in fact use the, where's our 10 millimeter here, and simply unscrew them. But it does look like, unfortunately, it looks like they're glued in. So we may have to do the drilling thing again. So yeah, stand by. Just to make it easier to work with, I'm just going to take this off. We don't need this anyway. This regulator is going to restrict the gas flow. So you want that nice open through this regulator. You can't blow through. So the way you know if biogas is going to work is if you can blow through it, and you can't blow through this, then it's not going to work. There's no dial, there's no way to make it open. It takes a certain amount of pressure for the regulator to open. So this piece you can give away or sell. Don't junk it, but give it away or sell it. Maybe if you ever, well, you can't use propane with this anyway once you've modified this. You have to put the jets back in. So it's just a museum piece. So once again, you drill it out, and then that part definitely comes out. It gets sheared off. So that's how you get that out. They are glued. Here, you just keep doing it. It'd be nicer if you could just take it off, but the quarter inch drill works fine for these. Just take your time. No big deal. That's when you know it's getting ready to come. You can see there it's drilled, and you could leave it like that if you want. I prefer to go all the way down and just keep it going. Basically, you want the widest possible jet. And there you go. So, whoop, off it came, and it is now gone. So, as I said, if you could get it out, that would be great. And then make sure that there's a lot of dust in there that we'll have to clean out. This one too, you can keep going in and make it wider. That wouldn't hurt. There we go. So you want the widest possible jet. And that's it. And then you can reassemble your grill. And then you just reattach the piezo electric for the grill if you want to. Sometimes biogas doesn't start that well on the piezo spark because it's a very wet gas, and so you might have to use a lighter, but sometimes it does work. So you put those in, and then as I said, you're going to have to cover these things here up with some kind of aluminum tape once you put the jets back in.